We should be live.
We are.
We's live. How y'all doing? How you doing? Starting to see everybody start to trickle in a few minutes.
This glass is tight.
I have a pair that, like, right here, they just dig.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
I got a big giant head anyway. Big water balloon head, and it's like it's like they spread out and just clamp.
not
they let them fall off. I know that much.
Oh, God. My tight ones, and it's funny because like they're always pinching and pulling, but if I like move my head even slightly, they'll fling, and I'm like, okay, what's are you too tight? Like, pick one. You know? Shit drives me insane. I'm like, oh, good Lord.
Wait.
Got folks joining in. Hello. Happy Saturday night. Happy 4th of July to everyone. I can't believe it's the 4th of July. It's a holiday, I guess.
I lost all my whole week. I didn't know what yesterday was, let alone today.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I've been on vacation for a couple days, so I'm like, it can blow up out there.
All I know is dark, it's light. It's dark, it's light.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was a full moon, so I lit my candle. Outside of that, I don't know.
I missed all that because I was. Oh gosh! All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Full range of questions. You know how we do. Leave your sensitivities, your proclivity to sensitivity somewhere else, because you know this is grown folks discussion. We going how we do. So my first question is, I gotta take a deep breath because just talking about it, just something about it chaps the hair on the inner right cheek of my butt. The one closest to the anus, the one that I can't get with the razor. It chaps this one. So if y'all didn't watch it, and really it wasn't televised, CNN and even Fox News didn't televise it. They're putting some excerpts on it. So Mount Rushmore, Trump basically had a little mini rally. It was disguised as a 4th of July celebration. Whole bunch that goes in this. So first and foremost, if you didn't read some of the excerpts or have watched it, it's pretty vile. Most of what he talked about it wasn't even dog whistle. It was just flat out calling bear to arms for any white nationalist. It was pretty egregious. He also talked about at this, I keep calling it a rally. I keep calling it a Klan rally. Actually, that's not right. It's a 4th of July celebration.
It's a Klan rally. I mean, they just traded the pointed hat for the red one.
Oh, God. I have to keep thinking about it. I was like, it's not.
Wasn't none of us down there, so you know it was Klan.
Basically, at said rally, he's talking about he signed an executive order that will build a national park that's going to have a national garden that's going to have statues of great heroes. Will this actually happen? Or is this more of his bullshit, dog noggery, dog whistles to this base? Because Johnny, to your point earlier, does he even know any heroes to put in this
I'll
part?
tell you the first name that popped into my head. I said, "Who? Captain Crunch." He was a great captain.
You know what?
He found all the crunch berries and brought them to America.
I would rather have Captain Crunch than some of these other whoever else he's thinking of putting in his damn.
Popeye the Sailor Man too.
Popeye. And you may as well put who was Popeye's adversary? Bluto?
That's his wife, I think.
No, Olive Oil was his wife.
Oh, I don't know.
Put him in there, put anybody, and then here's the thing too. Then how about if you want this national garden, then just take all the damn Confederate statues everywhere else and then put them in this national garden and then make it a motherfucking museum.
But right there, that way we can burn it all down at once.
Thank you. We don't have to Molotov cocktail that bitch at one.
The next time we feel like a barbecue, we go there.
But for entertainment purposes only.
Because gas is going up. We ain't got time to drive to Mississippi and then over to Tennessee. Just put them all in one place. We can drive to one spot and burn it all.
And just torch it. Like,
Yes.
what's this? Yeah, he's lying. What you get?
So there is some manipulation with magician. It is a lie. It is a grand lie with the devil. It's like, this is his lies. I'm like, this is this. Like, it's bolstering because he wants to be Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin. He wants a parade with tanks going down the street. He wants this type of thing. Six of Swords, Six of Cups. There is some sort of nostalgia here. The people that like him like this type of thing.
I got the Six of Swords as well.
And then he wants them to sort of have a for your razor supply.
As always, you are so on point, Jinlin. right there. That
I think his challenge, though, is trying to get somebody to pay for it. Even though it's executive order, he can sign and then we're supposed to pay for it because it's a national park. But you still need to clear this financially through some people, and I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either, because I'm getting also four of cups. So being dissatisfied, they're going to try to tell him, like, look, you can't really, that's not quite how this works. And it's going to make him mopey and pouty like he always gets because he's a big fat crybaby. I need to be nice tonight. Be nice tonight. But again, this topic just really it's that butt hair flaring. I do, though, my outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is what has me curious. It's ending with an aces for me or yes. So there's like this new money. What is this? Wait, is he going to force it through? I mean, executive order, it's going to be forced through anyway. Is there going to be some legal backing for this to make it happen?
I want to know why the Ace of Pentacles, because mine ends in the Knight of Pentacles.
Okay, so what's
so there is some money, but let's see. Why is it
David Duke? Why did I just hear David Duke? Thank you, Becca.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, now go. You finish your thing first.
Nope, go ahead, because I'm still shuffling. Go ahead.
I think it's like the wall. We're going to build whatever we're going to build, and the money is going to be written out to someone, and it's just going to magically disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go through the Captain Crunch Fund, I suppose. But
swords. Yep. There's going to be some fighting over it. There's a major change, and it ends with the star when I clarified. So yeah, I think that he's going to use that money to pad his pockets. It's going to end up just like that wall.
Mm-hmm. So you still aren't getting your national park full of heroes, but
with Captain Crunch.
He was a great captain. He really was.
Oh gosh. Oh, geez, Louise. Speaking of his little executive orders, keep in mind the same man who was just vilified Obama for any executive order he signed, and then his first cat snatch in 14 seconds in the office executive ordered every executive order to de-executive order all of Obama's executive orders. That made, hey, I followed that. Yeah, that made perfect sense to me. He's signing another executive order talking about paycheck protection. So trying to add this as part of this upcoming stimulus package that everybody's kind of hoping and praying for. I kind of just want to do a general read on that because I just have this, my spidey sensors are feeling like this may get held up again. All that glitters isn't gold. You know, he only does something when it makes him look good. Thank you, Terry. So I'm just curious to see, just a general read to see if people are actually are people going to get their money? Are they going to be protected? Where we at? We're at 45, 50 million people unemployed right now, but yet we gained 4.8 million jobs in June. How that happened on that?
I think what they are counting are people going back to work. These are not new jobs, I don't think, but
people getting rehired from the job they laid.
Yep. Furlough and all this.
Yep, that's how I feel. This is not going to bode well. I've got at the base of this, it starts with the 10 of Cups, my Republican cards are trying to do something for the making the family look good. Yes, we do care about the American public, but it's crossed by the 5 of Cups. Some sorrow, sadness, disappointment. At the base of this is the 8 of Cups, walking away. There's some 8 of Swords. There's also some being bound and trapped. There's the Wheel, so something coming full circle. But it ends with the Page of Wands. I think this is another thing that he signed, but it's going to get held up, delayed. It's not going to be what people think it is and what they need.
Mm-hmm. I get the Fool and around the 9 of Wands. So he has some sort of there's of course pressure on him because he's the commander in chief, but there's pressure on him to deliver something that people can feel good about, especially his red meat base.
Yep.
He needs them to say when our back was against the wall, Trump fought for us.
Yep. That's
the kind of thing he needs to have happen right now. But you get the Judgment and the Moon. Which means there is some mystery and some secret, and it is all what to do with what he said. The Page of Cups means that there is something in this as well. This is like under the surface, especially when you couple it with the moon. So there is an ulterior motive to this. But it ends in the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So stress and strain, worry, anxiety, and collaboration. So this is not going to happen, but it was never really meant to. It was just meant to sound good. That's all he really needed, was for his base to say he knows what he's doing.
Yep, but the Republicans bound him to it. He was bound to have to save face, make it look like we care. We're for the people.
Because his word of warning is the support with the Lover's card.
Thank you, Pogo. Oh, these people, I swear. Giving me wrinkles. I don't want wrinkles. They're not supposed to not crack. I want to look 24 when I'm 45, but they're giving me wrinkles. Oh,
it'll crease though.
Okay, so do we want to? Let's start. You want to dig back into Miss Maxwell?
So okay, she got turned in. Well, that's what we got, is that she got turned in.
Yep. She got snitched.
So let's look and see who turned her in.
Okay.
We'll start there. I don't want to, I feel like when these type of situations happens, I want to ask all the questions at once. Yeah. So I'm going to try not to. Like, because we both did readings on how she got caught, and we both got that somebody ratted her out.
Yep.
So.
And I got that it was a woman specifically that did the snitching.
And I got that Queen of Pentacles twice. There's a woman here somewhere.
Okay.
So who ratted her? I'll see if it'll tell us.
Okay. Just when you thought you weren't going to read on her again after your live this morning. Back. There's more. There's more. Because why now? There's just so much, you know? Who this woman? Who this woman?
Now I got the woman earlier, but then again, I still get the King of Pentacles. I still get a man here with the King of Pentacles too. And I always get him with her. There's the Seven of Swords and the Hermit. So I think he was her escape. But it did not quite work out that way. There is a woman, though, that has something to do with her arrest.
There is. Ooh.
But I see this man is still here. Not that he turned her in, but when she, I guess, was trying to get to him, she got caught.
Six of Wands, somebody who in the limelight, I'm feeling. 10 of Cups, somebody who's part of that inner circle. So somebody, notoriety, part of that inner circle. 8 of Swords, they're in that circle because they have to be. They're bound, they're tied to them somehow. Like, if I walk away, it looks more awkward. Also, if I'm not with you guys, I may lose some type of collateral, whether it's, you know, social clout or something. And then the Chariot, and then it some type of movement, and then it ends with the Queen of Cups. So again, that woman.
So why?
Why?
Because we were talking, it was like, well, why not just blackmail her?
Yeah, right.
You could get, you know, all the money that you want to live a fancy life. But I do believe, because I got this in my reading, I can't remember what I said because I don't ever remember what I said in my readings, but there is a woman in her social circle that has a lot of money as well. So maybe this was not I don't need money from you.
Yep.
Maybe this was to save her own behind from something.
That's what I feel. When I was reading all, that's what I felt. Like, I sacrifice you so I don't get caught, and I'm not happy. There's something vengeful. I don't like you or something you've done or something. So I want. It's double bang for my buck, and I get to take you out at the same time.
And see, if some woman turned her in because they were having a thing, this woman is probably not a Mother Teresa herself.
No, she's not.
Which means Ghislaine probably knows some stuff about her. So are we just going to have the battle of attrition and just throw dirt back and forth?
I think we will. There's just head over heart. They're gonna, and just, yeah, I think they will. And there's, again, because you were getting who? You got the King of Cups last time?
King of Pentacles.
I guess I'm getting the King of Cups this time. Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, harvesting, and it starts with the Devil. So she's in on it too. This is somebody who either was in on and doing some of the bump nastiness as well, or who knows where all the bodies are buried, literally and figuratively. She's been waiting on this for a while, sitting and just waiting for this to come about, so she could, with the 7 of Pentacles, so she can take her moment with the Wheel of Fortune. Who is this King of Cups? Somebody put her to it. I feel like somebody put her to it, and she was left with this, decision. Again, head over heart and decision. If I say too much, I can take myself out, but at the same time, I can't go out. And then also too, if I talk too much and you know some shit about me, are you going to start snitching on me?
Yeah, I think there was okay, so this might not make sense, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think she was being watched. I got these 7 of Pentacles too. I think she was being watched for a while. And there's a going and coming to her. So there is the 3 of Wands. This is my overseas card. There is the Chariot, that's travel. 8 of Wands, that's travel. The Hermit, spaceship on the card, but there's a Hermit. There's she knows a lot, and she has access back and forth to maybe all these compounds and all this type of grotesqueness that they had going on in the world. The Queen of Swords is Ghislaine for me now.
Okay.
So here she is. The Two of Swords, the Five of Cups. There was a decision that needed to be made. There was slight regret or sorrow, or at the very least, there was some disappointment.
Yeah.
To where, oh crap, I got caught. So I think she's doing this to save her own behind. This has nothing to do with being a good person.
Nope. 100%. You know what? I just heard that Goody Mob song. Who's that peeping through my window? Pal, nobody now. Yeah, like she was like, yeah, this is all about. I'm not going to get caught up in this.
So
will we find out who this will it come out in public?
Let's see.
Will this come out in public? This is like the bad Christmas gift that just keeps gifted. You know, it's like grandma sent you that ugly ass sweater, and then you cousin Gerald 3 years after that, and then cousin Gerald gave it to your sister 2 years ago, and then this Christmas your sister gives it to you. Made it full circle. And
then you can give it back to grandma and say, here you go.
And grandma's like, did I give you? Bastard. She is in cahoots with there's somebody there, their agreement, they're celebrating. Hierophant for me is yes, there's somebody, I don't know why I heard news media. It wasn't a communication, but somebody already knows who this is.
I got that too.
My star card, yes, is always my affirmation card. Eight of Swords. I wonder if she's going to go to jail too.
I got somebody, okay, and okay, so we're on the same wavelength here. Because I got, for whatever reason, because she hasn't been arrested, or at least we don't know because we don't know who she is, but I got she talks to somebody from jail. That like her lawyer or her somebody, like whistleblower type somebody, went and spoke to the media with the Five of Swords. That's your advantage. Somebody went and leaked a little story. Jim Acosta got him a little scoop again or something like that. Something like that. But somebody goes and speaks, because right now it's under wraps with the Four of Cups. Like there is no getting in, getting out. But there's a huge change that comes about, and it has something to do with the collaboration. So they go and talk to somebody.
Yep. Ooh, what a tangled web we weave, because I swear for Lord, in 19 Eskimos, I think this hussy's going to go to jail. You know, you got to be careful. You were so busy trying to protect your ass, and at the same token, or maybe she goes to jail temporarily. That was part of her. Maybe that was part of the deal, was you'll go to jail, but it'll only be for this amount of time. Then you can get out and do your tell-all stories, what have you. But you really want Ghislaine. Oh, what else got on her? I feel like we can keep going down the rabbit hole. And just thank you, Lucine. Just like I want to keep going, but I'm like, do I want to keep uncovering these rocks, or should I just leave them there? Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. This is so sweet. When we practice to the sea, that's a very tangled web.
There is, okay. She missed something.
Okay.
She when you try to get away with something, there's always a little thing that the investigators find that blows your whole thing open.
You didn't cover it up.
Yeah, you murder the whole house, and then you bleached it down and all of this, and then the black light comes out. It's like, so
and it's that one butt hair that's right fell out somehow while you were trying to clean, and then they find it in the smallest part of the tile in the bathroom.
So what was her mistake?
Okay, let's look at that.
I don't know. If I was this wanted criminal, I wouldn't just be wandering around New Hampshire. Like, I literally would be like in a cave in Antarctica somewhere.
I'd be somewhere in Amsterdam.
I mean,
You know, like I would be very careful. You know, this is all coming out and coming around. So, Five of Cups. There was something there was a decision she wasn't able to make. There's something that caused her to feel she's going to regret it. She had the opportunity to make a decision. She didn't do it, couldn't do it. And I think whatever is tied to that decision is something, I wonder if it's something, I don't keep hearing international with the world, has something to do with, I wonder if it's with Epstein in general, because it's the King of Pentacles, with him, also with him directly. So not necessarily Ghislaine, but actually him. It's coming full circle. It's gonna. She know whatever mistake she made. She already knows. She already knows that she made it, and it's gonna be her downfall. I just don't know what it is. It's not really telling me, other than the King of Pentacles, with it being with Jeffrey, with Mr. Epps. What is it? What is it? Thank you, Zenless. What do you get, Johnny?
I still get it's a man did her dirty.
It's a what?
A man did her dirty. Here's her involvement. This is the Page of Cups, so her involvement with children. Then there's the Emperor and the Devil. It's a man did her dirty.
Yeah.
And then it ends in the Justice, which is Justice, and King of Swords, which is like an FBI agent or something like that.
Just clarify.
She trusted the wrong people.
Yeah. Again, I wish I could say I hate it for you, but I kind of don't.
That's what needs to happen. So if somebody is, backstabbing her, what is her retaliation? Anything? Because it ain't like she hangs out with saints. So if this is she probably also has like a hit out on her too.
When you were reading on it this morning, I kept hearing hitman.
I mean, couldn't happen to a nicer person, sure, but I need you to name some names first, and then you go sleep in the dirt all you want to.
Again, Judgment, Nine of Cups. What you giggling at? What you got?
Off balance with the Two of Pentacles. So this is her in the clink. But I do get the immaturity with the Page of Swords. Strength. She is going to take a swipe at somebody.
Yeah.
On her way down the river.
Oh, thank you. Was that Grace? Grace, thank you so much. Here's how I think this told me everything I need to know. However, she's going to try to get back. This is the Judgment card. I think she's going to spill tea on them, so they have to face a similar consequence, jail, being put out in the public, being investigated. She's going to drop names. She's going to tell whatever they did. She's going to sing like a canary.
Wonder how much time she got left. She better do it now.
I don't need to laugh, but I'm like, they weren't really playing with the nicest people in the world. And again, if you're going to be the one that snitches, you need to make sure you're the one who truly knows where all the bodies are buried. So can't nobody come at you.
I would be like, hey, I don't know what y'all need to do because you dismissed all of Trump's cases, so this one needs to be dismissed too. And I will keep quiet, and Antarctica, here I come. But until then, This person did this. This person did this. This is where you can find it.
Ray, Jennifer,
I'm telling you.
all of them did it. And this is how they did it, who they did it with. Now what? Oh, God. Thank you, Lee. Again, if you go and snitch, be smart about it. And then go hang out with the penguins in Antarctica, like you said. Did you want to ask about Elon Musk? Does he know Ghislaine?
Does he know her? So they keep trying to circulate all these photos of those two. But, you know, he is a socialite too because he's a gajillionaire. So they take pictures together. But that's not the kind of person you want to be seen in a photograph with. So do they know each other in the biblical sense, or they just ran into each other one day at a get together? And then at this get together, what the hell was she doing there?
Okay. But again, every picture I see, she's with everybody.
They know everybody.
Yeah, they knew. They run with people in the same circle because they get 10 of Cups family. He does regret. He does not. He regrets, however, they hung out because there's a secret that I think he wants kept hidden with the moon card that he's praying that doesn't come back to bite him with judgment. Yeah, they know each other. I'm not necessarily picking up in the biblical sense, but I get the Bumpin' Uglies tarot card.
Because here's the thing. Like Jeffrey Epstein would donate a lot of money to science. And so Elon Musk would be on the receiving. Well, not really, because he's got a jillion money too. But he would travel in the same circle of people who donate to science. So, and if everywhere Jeffrey Epstein went, you know, Mary's little lamb went too. So, but I get the death card and the magician. There was a change to the relationship that had something to do with skill manipulation. So science.
Yeah.
You can't escape knowing her because they did know. They did sit at a table and chit and chat and probably drink and eat. But it really kind of just was a business thing. I mean, I can't stand Elon, but still, he's got it was a business thing. He wasn't really looking for Madame Ghislaine. So.
They ran in a circle.
Yeah.
Everybody, when you have that level of money, you all know each other.
Yeah.
In way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't get my Bumpin' Uglies.
Like Weinstein and Oprah.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I need to take a bath. Ugh, okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. Republicans for Biden. So there's an actual caucus of former Bush aides, both Bushes, I should say, and several other people who've served various administrations who are now banding together. And they, like I said, have a caucus that is called Republicans for Biden because they hate doofus so very much. I have like kind of two questions. I hate to say, I kind of want to know just who, I guess, are these people? Like, are they people who actually just have like, are they people who have clout and power? Or are they just like, you know, it'd be different if it was like, you know, Bush's press secretary versus Bush's 18th assistant. You know, like, who are these people and do they have actual influence? Because if they do, these are people with clout and some kind of recognition, they could make a positive impact. So who are these people?
So I get that. I don't get who they are, but I get that they have a direct line into Republicans with the strategy here. Strategy is around speaking and messaging back and forth. There's a creation of message of this is why we need to go in this direction. Joe Biden is a Republican too. I mean, I know I'm not ripping out the front page on that one, but you don't have to sell him that hard. to other Republicans, not in the face of Donald Trump. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So there is a controlling of the message here. There's support trying to tear support away from Donald Trump with the Three of Swords and gain the advantage to put strain on the current administration because they don't want to be known as the Trumpian party anymore. So yeah, that's what I get.
This is I'm getting whoever these people are, this is they're younger, so I wouldn't, and by younger I wouldn't say they're like young as an age. I would say they probably, whoever the highest person is in this little organization, may have served baby Bush. So like not deep, you know.
I don't have 40 years in politics.
Right. They're not like a Daddy Bush or Ronald Reagan type of Republican deep. They've been sitting back in the background though for a while, waiting for this moment. So they've been, and they've got money and power behind them because again, and they've made a pact with the lovers. They all see eye to eye. They've been waiting for this moment. So this was something that maybe they had formed this coalition in 2006, January 22nd of 2017. And they've just been sitting and waiting for this moment. And it was all about timing is what I'm getting. And now that we're closer to the election, they're like, okay, unleash. And I'm also picking up, we'll hear more from them.
I can believe it. I always got that. And then it was in the paper on top of that Mitt Romney, who is very well connected still, even though they act like he's the redheaded stepchild, that he is the leader of that Republican Party now that wants to correct things, to sort of come back to, I won't say the center, but come back to the far right where they were.
You've been saying that forever, though, about Mitt.
He is there now.
Third party candidate. Thank you, Debbie Ann. There is a woman named Jade Simmons who is also, okay, let the Googles tell it. Jade is a YouTuber who is also a classical pianist who is, she's as African Americans, as Johnny says, who is running as an independent presidential candidate. I didn't mean to roll my eyes. I'm sorry, it happened. Not that I get very leery, especially this late in the game, bringing in all of these extra candidates, because we all know this is not a third-party country. It's not a three-party country. That's not going to help. That's just going to push a vote directly for fat bastards. So I just want to take, can we take a general look at her? See how she'll do, because I think the question was what needs to happen to make her hit the headlines, right?
Yeah, sort of get her some national recognition.
I'm gonna look at her chakra health. Lord Jesus, what was all that? Oh, like an engine.
I can't. What needs to happen for her to get into the national recognition? There needs to be some manipulation of some sort. There needs to be something here with the 10 of Cups is coupled with the Devil. There needs to be something outlandish to put her into the national forefront. You know what put the rent is too damn high man into the national forefront was his slogan.
Right.
And people didn't take him seriously, but people were talking about him.
He got his name.
Roseanne, people like that come out and sort of do something obnoxious. That would be the thing. and it will get her the attention she desires. Now, that's not who she is in her character, I would guess. I don't know her. So I don't see her going into the forefront because it's sort of still it's still a man's world in this one. Yeah. Here with the Hierophant, and it is closed off. So I don't see her getting into the forefront unless she does something to embarrass herself. Unfortunately.
She may. Solar plexus chakra with self-esteem. If she's struggling with self-esteem, she may do something to get the. But you don't think highly of yourself. I mean, let's be real. You're gonna fall victim to little petty stupid shit to get your clout up. So self-esteem, her solar plexus chakra. Confidence. She needs confidence, self-worth, love. I don't know what else to say. I sound like a broken record because whenever I say you have a deficiency in your solar plexus chakra, what's the chakra that's always going to be fucked up after that? Your third eye. So she's got issues with seeing. I don't think she's able to tap into her spidey senses to get the perspective and to see the truth. There's something egoic, I feel, again, because of her lack of self-esteem. That's why she's running, and that's going to cause her some issues. You
think she's not being honest with herself? And she can't see where, not just necessarily who, but where she really is?
Yeah, she's a wound. I feel a wounded child. Somebody wounded who this would help get the recognition she thinks she needs and is wanted her whole life. When really, if she just took 2 seconds to look, she's going to see that not only is she not going to get that recognition, her name is going to, yes, your name could be in the spotlight, but not in a good way, because not all bad news is good PR for you. So she also struggles with crown chakra, connecting to source, to spiritual connection. If I were her, I would pray, ask for guidance, so you can see that whatever stunt you're trying to pull to boost your self-esteem with this, I would hate for you to be known as the person who got Donald Trump reelected because you wanted people to vote so badly for you. That's not how you want to go down in history.
I get that I did some, I have these Madame Endora cards. So I pulled some for her. And the talisman is the first one. This is your physical things that you connect to source with. Mm-hmm. And then there's the dagger. Something has been poisoned. So her energy, therefore, is off. And I think it remains off until she reconnects with the source, as you say it. Because here with the siren lures you away from what it is you should be connected to. Mm-hmm. It lures you to your doom type of thing. This is her in the hand of fate. So if you were to reconnect, something could intervene on your behalf. Mm-hmm. But right now, there is no real connection. There is just a drive to be accomplished. And I think that's good too. But you can't do one without the other. You have to remain balanced. You can't just go straight for the moon and you have no rocket. So exactly. You do need support and you do need balance to get there. But good luck in the future, lady. What's her name? Jade.
Jade, I guess. Again, if you vote third party, that pretty much is a guaranteed, statistically speaking, you basically voted for Trump.
Yes.
Because it always favors the
That's why everybody blew their heads off when they thought this Starbucks guy was going to be third party.
Yep. Pretty much cancels out Biden.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. Last political question. I can never say this heifer's last name. Kimberly
Geofold.
Thank you. almost want to call her
or Geofold for all of the people who needs their pronunciations correct.
Boy, that's so hot. She's sick.
she ain't well.
I mean, wasn't well before she caught her.
I'm saying,
But
like, I shouldn't laugh, but
I'm trying so hard.
I had a chuckle because it's kind of like, okay, when people are horrible people,
yeah,
and then horrible things happen to them, I'm human first. Because this is all human first, and then spirits in the inside kind of chilling when you want it to come out. And so, I don't know. I kind of felt a little glee. Like, that's what you get. Because that's what you get. You're a horrible person.
Horrible. That's actually a lot nicer than what I thought initially.
Yes.
And then I watched this video from the YouTube astrologer who was like, whatever retrograde, moon, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, whatever motherfucker's going on right now, you gotta be careful wishing ill on people, like that whole petty revenge. And I was like, well, I'm dead.
I didn't do it.
I mean, again, I don't wish anyone ill, but shall the window of opportunity present itself? I kind of sit back and watch. I just want to know, is this just what's going to, this is getting closer and closer to home for Trump and that family, and they still seem not to care. So will any of them take the hint after this?
I got one political question after that too.
Okay.
It's kind of piggybacks on this.
Okay. Because I'm wondering, I don't know why I see with now her being sick, there may be one of the children may get sick now, one of his beloved. So thank you, Catherine.
So the first card is the Wolf and the Emperor. This is an enemy. Then there is the Queen and the Death card. I'm not going into that, but there is the Queen and the Death card. That's all I'll say there. Here with the Oracle, this is advice. Someone who is wise and trusted, i.e. someone with a medical degree. And then there is the abandonment with the 8 of Cups. So we don't really need medical advice because it's not that serious. There is the 2 of Cups and the Stars. You still are trying to protect message. Here, Stars is about media for me and something pushed out there. Something comes from afar. So it's media messaging. So you're still trying to get out there and say it's not that bad. Fire is reckless and Temperance is healing. So there is a total disregard and therefore you pay the price. You don't even try. I mean, if you don't want to wear a mask, whatever. But at least social distance. If you're not going to put the thing on, stay away from dirty people. But that's not what you do. Instead, you get all of the MAGA hats in one room and then y'all just Sodom and Gomorrah. So there you go.
Yeah.
So as far as is somebody else going to get it? Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's reckless health.
Yeah. They're fighting. This hit a little too close to home. I get 8 of Cups next. I hope you don't dump her. Leaving that poor baby sick.
That would be a very Trumpian thing to do.
That would be so. However, it's not. I don't know why, because I get King of Wands. For some reason, I'm feeling Don Jr. with that. He's going to try to be sneaky and manipulative with this, but it ends in a tower. I don't want to say he's going to get sick because I feel I feel like a shit person for saying that. But
you're not wishing for him to get sick. You're just reporting your information.
I don't make the news. I just report it. And what I'm reporting is it's not looking good. This is too close it's hit too close to home. And with it starting with the 5 of Wands, them bastards fighting, and it ends with the Tower. I don't care what cards are in the middle. That's some foul shit.
You're battling disaster.
That's not a good look, you know? What's the other question you had?
So, Father Time, Mike Pence, has been wearing a mask.
I didn't know we were calling him Father Time now.
Because he look old without being old, so he Father Time.
He old, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's aged, but he shouldn't look like that, though. Well, I mean, I guess he do, because anyway, I won't be racist, but anyhow.
I was about to be petty as hell.
Well, because some y'all stay with me. Some white people age like milk, and so they age very fast, no matter what they do, especially the ones who won't stay out the sun. Mm-hmm. But anyway, he has been wearing a mask, which goes against the Trump-Pence agenda of saying, it's not that bad. Let's go wherever we go. Don't wear a mask. Mm-hmm. And there are a few places that like even told senators and stuff, you can't come in here because you don't have a mask on. So is he wearing one in certain places because he had to, or is he changing his messaging and he is breaking away from the Trump agenda? Like, am I reading too much into this, or was this just a one-off thing?
Which would make sense, because Teddy and me saying, yes, he's breaking from the Trump agenda because they see the writing on the wall. Mm-hmm. And if all of these different YouTubers and conspiracy theorists are correct and he does step down or he's forced to resign, then that makes him president. So now he has to worry about his image. And I feel like since it's getting closer and closer to that time, but let's ask.
61, yeah, 61. He shouldn't look like that at 61. 61 is not.
He looks like he's in his late 70s.
My father's 70. Doesn't look like that.
Again, I'm trying to look 25 when I'm 42. I need to start reversing age. I don't know how that's going to work. So is he changing his tune?
Yes, or is this just a one-off thing? Because the mask was not just a mask. It had like a logo and stuff on it. I think it said Trump Pence or something stupid like that. So he had it made, like he went and got his nails done type thing. He got a mask made. I want to know, are you breaking?
He is changing his tune, Johnny. Starts off with the star, which is one of my yes cards, but it's crossed with the hangman. So change in perspective. Trying to Queen of Wands, of the Crown, Empress, Justice, and Queen of Swords. So he wants to step out. He's changed his tune because he's looking at. He knows with the Justice card, he knows this is not going to bode well for them much longer. You can't keep walking out brazen and bold and holding your nutsack in your hand when people are dying. The economy is shut down, not at this point because of coronavirus, because you did not act fast enough. Things have reopened and now the numbers are going up, and people who can go out, a lot of them like, no, I'm not doing that. So he's changing his tune. To me, this is how can I at least look like this is BS, and I need to show that I think this is BS, and how can I continue to show that without getting my hand slapped by doofus?
Yeah, I get the emperor in the world. Mm-hmm. There is a change in messaging, because he's supposed to be in charge of the corona response. So he is changing the message. There is new preparations here with the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands that he is clinging to. He is clinging to medical advice, especially at 61 years old. Here is the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. This is the agenda with the desired effect, which is just gaslighting and then trying to pretend that it's something else. But then there's a Tower. You can't keep ignoring numbers that go up. I don't care what they are, whether they are something good, something bad. Numbers that go up, you cannot keep ignoring, period. I don't care who you are or what kind of hat you have on your head. When the numbers go up, you have to acknowledge. Well, you don't have to, but you should. It ends in the devil, naturally, Calcifries, but I clarified it with the Four of Cups, which means he is breaking from tradition.
Yeah.
Four of Cups is being handed something you don't really want. And so he is breaking from that. Now, what that means for the overall scheme of things, it just means he's breaking from it. Yeah. But will he betray Trump in the end? We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. And will he be forced, because we all know how Trump is, will he be forced to be more quieter with this message? You know, we all know how that plays out. Bastards. Jada Smith. Almost called him Augustus again.
What is the child name?
August God, I can't pronounce this.
I didn't know it was August.
August Elise. Okay, that boy, he real skinny, kind of sort of looked like Future, because when I saw him the first time, I said, Jada Company Future? Because I looked
baby number 11. What is we doing right
now? No,
August.
So if y'all don't know Jada, you should know Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife. They have an open relationship where, you know, as long as they verbally discuss who Will's going to be friendly with and who Jada's going to be friendly with, it's okay as long as they talk about it. August came out and said that Will had given him permission to bump uglies with Jada. Jada came out immediately and just denied it and was like, that's not true. It never happened. And August is looking at her like,
yeah, it did.
That
August and September. Yes, it
did. June and July. August and September. Because I got these receipts in this phone. You really want me to go there? I guess my first question is, who's lying? He lying or she lying? Did it really happen? Why would he? I don't know. I mean, I know why would he lie? I guess clout. Because to be honest with you, I'd never heard of that baby's name until this moment. But
I think we need to ask that, like, why? Because here's what I get.
Okay.
I get there's a man here, King of Swords. I don't know who is who, whether this is Will or October, but there is the child here. There is text messages.
Okay.
Like the Page of Pentacles. This is something. There's something. Not to mention there's a little piece of paper or some sort of receipt. Like they didn't just meet up, do it, and then leave. They had a date. Yep. Like there is more than just a text message to this too. There is some sort of paper. You got the lovers, I got the lovers too.
Yeah.
So they're definitely there here with the 8 of Pentacles or 8 of Cups. This is an abandonment though. This was not a relationship. This was a tryst. Yep. But I do get the 2 of Pentacles and the Hangman. There's something about this that was not meant to be everybody's business, even though they came out and said they have an open relationship. This is not, some revelation. They said this long time ago.
Years and years ago on Oprah even.
Yeah.
Why is a good question. And I'm glad we're going to read into this because there's a strategy behind this. There's something going on. There's a strategy. So let's figure this out. Why? Yeah. Is it you wanted to know, like, why is he talking about it now?
Why is she denying it? Why is it a big thing? Like, because I'm not anyway. I ain't judging you. Like Will and Jada are my favorite people in the world anyway. Just me personally. So I'm definitely not judging. And I already knew you had an open relationship because you told us and you didn't have to, but like, why are you afraid of this? Like, does he have the itchies and scratches and you are trying to distance yourself? Does he have a girlfriend and you don't want to get rolled up on? Like, what's happening? Why is this a big deal?
Somebody caught feelings. Why are you smirking?
I think this is not what it's supposed to be, or what it seems to be in the
In
press.
public eye, what you get?
Okay, so I think first of all there was a third person.
Yep, a
I
man.
don't think yes, and
Mhm.
I don't think Will knows about it.
Mm.
Well, he knows about it, but he didn't know chronologically what she told him does not make sense. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go see July on such and such day, and me and him gonna do whatever. But she had already done it by that time.
Yeah.
I think she got caught up in the moment here with the Seven of Cups. She got caught up in the moment, and it happened first, and then she went and talked to Will here with the Queen of Rods. That would be her and the Devil. So then she went and said, "Hey, do you mind if I, jump the milkman type of thing?" But here with this Eight of Swords, this is a private party with that Three of Cups. It was three of them. I really do believe. And I mean, again, that's your business, but I find it interesting.
I still think that's a good theory. And I'm gonna add a theory to your theory. Somebody played with fire and got boints. I'm trying to put this delicate. There's no delicate way. Hold on. Let me get my throat ready. Okay. There was not a threesome, not once, not twice, but thrice, if you will. Somebody may have caught an itchy, scratchy, or caught feeling. Somebody got burned. Somebody got heartbroken. Something had happened, and it caused for it to end abruptly. Which is, I wonder if she couldn't have gotten pregnant. Something new came out of this. I wonder if it's the itchy scratchies.
Somebody probably got feelings.
Because initially I said somebody caught feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I think it's her.
It probably is.
Which is why she's denying it.
Mm-hmm.
But this started off as fun. Again, not once, not twice, but thrice. A menage a trois. But because you don't just catch feelings off that first menage a trois. You're a little too busy.
Not for open relationship people, unless, energetically speaking, unless she has some sort of connection. And mind you, he knows who she is.
Yep.
It ain't like he was meeting some random girl at a bar. This is Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, she's just as famous as anybody else. So I think all of this was arranged, and they never did the bump ugly before, but when they did, I think she got some feelings into this. Or he could have. But I didn't get a man in my spread, I got a woman.
It's her. This was fun and games to him because it starts off with the King of Wands. At first I thought it was Will, but I think it's him.
Because he's a child. I mean, that's
Yeah, he's a baby. He thought he could have this fun little fling with this famous celebrity.
And he did.
And he did. But she caught something, whether it's feelings or herpes. And he'll be gone to November, poor little August. Does he have receipts?
I think yes, he does. He does.
Will he air them out?
Oh, let's see.
Because I don't think he's done that yet. I think he kind of you gonna.
I get the feeling he won't, because it might be tasteless, but you let immaturity take over, then it just might.
Shoot, you let a woman score and take over. I don't care how old he is.
He holds on to it. There's a strategy as well. Ball is in his court. There's a strength card, so he still has a whole lot of stuff, but I think he holds on to it.
I get the opposite. Yes, he has it. He's waiting for the right moment, and he will strike when he. It ends with the star. He'll spill it when the time is right.
Oh Lord! Should have stayed at home.
Mask on, mask off. Speaking of masks and the woman who changes her face all the time, she may as well be wearing one. Khloe Kardashian is back with Tristan Thompson. Is that his name? Tristan, whatever.
Is he a basketball player? Who is he?
A basketball player, plays with some, I don't know, some Ohio team. I don't know, team in Ohio, I think. I'll have to look it up.
I swear that's all they date, though.
That's all. We're back together. My original question was a very assholeian question, which was how long before he cheats on her and she breaks up with him again. But let's find a real question to ask.
I do want to know if he's going to step out again, because a leopard does not change its spots. This is ingrained in some people, like Kevin Hart and people like that, who cheat simply because they shouldn't be married. They're vagabonds. They go from person to person, bed to bed. So I think he will.
I get he won't, but he already dreaming of them hoes he used to have back in the day. He's real childlike behavior and really nostalgic. But he's looking at his family. He's actually, and he's not, it doesn't suit him well. So he may not, or if he cheats, he won't get caught. But he's not satisfied with his family life. He's not made for this. So he's
got a kid with her.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Dreamy. That's not the little girl's name. Whatever her name
is. Okay. There is the family.
Yeah.
And he does feel tied to the family. So I don't think he has that on his mind right now, because he's still trying. He's sold his wild oats and all that type of stuff. But now he's trying to be the responsible one. And it has something to do with the kid. Like he knows that this is not a good example, and I think he's trying to change his ways.
Yeah, because it's even for me, it's even crossed with temperance. But the outcome is the Four of Cups. He's doing this because he has to, because he knows that he now has to be a family man. But he's always in the back of his mind, like, I miss those days. I miss those hoes.
He'll come home and Khloe will transform him into the Kardashian we don't see, and he may go back out, because for some reason they all turn out to be crazy, the men that they get with.
Yeah. And
I don't know if they just pick bad people or they transform them into horrible people, but it'll happen again.
It's the latter of the two, because we have not. Who's Kim's first or second husband, the light-skinned basketball player? We have not seen or heard from that motherfucker.
Because he and Kim wanted to live different lives. He wanted to be the white picket fence and the 19 kids and quiet life person. And then she, of course, wanted to be a celebrity. So I think he's off doing his country boy thing. And he wanted to live on a farm. And, that is Chris Humphries. That's his name.
Thank you.
And he wanted to go live the quiet life. And that ain't really about her. So she, and hey, I mean, they should have talked about that beforehand, but still.
Not to mention, she could not have picked the worst made-for-TV husband, because we all got married. We all need, at least find somebody with some good drama. So at least you had because they didn't even make it through the whole first season before she should have found a fake husband where they could have at least drug that out for 1 or 2 seasons. At least.
Get her a Kanye back then.
Right. Oh, Lord Jesus. Nene Leakes. What about Miss Nene?
So it is rumored she's getting fired from the Atlanta Housewives, and they are going to replace her with Monique the comedian. So that is the rumor. We'll see if it's true. Monique can't keep a job. Bless her whole heart.
Whole hearts.
Because she made enemies of the wrong people. And so she tried the Showtime thing, kind of like what's the other black lady comedian popular right now? Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish Presents was the thing that they put on Netflix. And so Showtime tried Monique's Presents and nobody watched it. So will she replace Nene?
7 of Wands has popped out 3 times while I've shuffled.
Nene is Atlanta Housewives.
That's what,
she? Like she made that show with her antics.
and my thing is they've always, it's like every other season they threaten to fight this rumor coming out. So I'm like,
and then she turns up on the show.
Yeah.
With that aardvark nose she got. Where did she get that from?
You said aardvark.
She looked like an aardvark.
Aardvark.
It's like an anteater. She's got this just huge long nose, like for no reason.
Oh my gosh. What is it? Angling? Anna, I cannot pronounce your name. And I'm not even drinking. I am so sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Angalag?
Agalag, is that it?
Angelag. I'll say Angelag.
Johnny, it ends with 6 of Swords. Before that is the tennis swords. There may be some truth to this. I don't think
it might be.
I don't think it's going to be Monique, but I do think they're going to. She may be leaving. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This is.
They're looking deeper into it.
Yeah.
Monique is not a good fit, I think, because she is her and Daddy Husband is going to try to be proper. They don't want proper on reality TV. They want as trashy as they can get you. And then they're going to go in there and she's going to, oh, my sister and oh, my baby, honey, sweetie, let me hug you. And we're going to talk about this. That ain't what they want. They want you to scream and then throw a drink.
Yep.
And that ain't what Monique would do. But there is some little negotiation and deeper dive into this right now.
Yeah, I think she's going to walk away. I think she's going to say it's because of money, 9 of Pentacles. She's disappointed about money because I get 5 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Fortune's going to change, ending and her walking away. I think that's what's really going on. This is a contract money dispute, but they're saying that for them to save face, it's somebody for whomever is saving face. There's the one story we have, and then that's what's going on in reality.
Kanye is running for president. He better be running for that medication trade that they be coming by his room with. That's what he has.
The next mental institution.
Shoot. That fool.
Running to get his next dose of lithium. But then why would he run for 2020? Because isn't he besties with Trump?
2024.
Oh, okay. Well, we knew 2024 because I was reading earlier somebody said 2020. I was like, I don't think he's in 2020. Okay. Redskins. About damn time, but let's talk about this.
So FedEx is pressuring the Washington team to change their name. And Nike has pulled back from them as well, saying that the name Redskin is offensive. Now, all of the people who don't like political correctness say that this is going too far. It's been the name since 1515 and we shouldn't change it because it's tradition. It's this, it's that. It means something. And there are a couple of Native American tribes who do not find it offensive. And therefore they highlighted those in particular ones and said, well, if they're Native American, they don't find it offensive. So it's not offensive. But I then rebut and say, you don't have a team called the Jacksonville Blackskins. And if you did, you would have a problem with that. You don't have a yellow skin and a white skin. So it is offensive. And if the group tells you that this is offensive to me, you cannot go back and say, I don't think it is. Nobody asked you. You are not the affected group. Therefore, I'm telling you it's offensive. Change it.
Not to mention, there's been petitions literally as long as I've been alive, since the late 70s, early 80s, to get rid of Mexicans to change their name.
Mhm.
So they came out, I want to say, because I was really young, it was like 87, and basically said, this is who we are, kick rocks.
Mhm.
Therefore, you had a lot of African Americans, my father included, who said, I'm not messing with y'all anymore. And basically, that's before pre-cancel culture canceled the hell out of them.
Mhm. And there is, like, right now, everything's like Aunt Jemima. They have, if you go into the store, you find no Aunt Jemima syrup nowhere because they pulled it off because they're changing the packaging. And because they said that was based upon a racist stereotype or something like that. And so now is the time of change.
Yeah.
And money is changing things. So Nike says they're pulling back, period. They didn't say they didn't threaten. They said they're pulling back. And FedEx, who owns the statement or the stadium that they play in, are pressuring them to change it as well. So will it work this time? Because it's a man named Snyder. He's like, no, it's not offensive because there are two tribes that we talk to that don't find it offensive. And it's so silly to just change the damn name.
Change the name.
Gosh.
I'm getting a no. Well, hold on.
I get a yes, and money changes it.
Okay, well then we'll go with what you said.
There's
I don't like what I get.
the stadium with the Four of Wands.
Yeah.
Judgment and public pressure is there, and then you get the big money.
Mm-hmm.
Money changes everything in the face of council culture. If you push back on the advertiser has to push back on who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. So it's, if you say change the name and then Nike says, okay, we're pulling money until you do, then they start to listen. Kind of like Facebook lost $52 billion worth of profit in one day. So it's like once that type of stuff happens, then they listen because they're money driven. They don't care about nothing else. But I get the defense. There will be a pushback. It will be a supreme pushback. So it's not going to be changed anytime soon, or at least not right now. Yeah. And then I get the yes card with the sun.
I get it's held up. There's a plan to do, they're having this discussion. There's this push for forward momentum and this change with the chariot. There's some sneaky stuff going on in the background. I get sorry, my brain just I went forward. Looking right at the card. Yeah, I just don't think, as a matter of fact, I'm wondering if this is they're going to keep pushing. There's a plan. They want to push it forward, but is this going to, something new is going to pop off to get people distracted again? And then this will get pushed off to the side and then no change will happen. And kind of because it ends with the Fool, kind of stepping out on this.
Because that's what he's been doing. That's how he's sort of Snyder, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's just been pushing it off, and then the story goes away, and so everybody thinks about it. But this is going to have to be something that they try to keep in the news. Mm-hmm. Like Keith Olbermann, when he was doing the thing for ESPN, he brought it up every day because he was one of the people back in the 70s telling them to change it. Mm-hmm. And it never happened. And so now that he's not on TV, nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
But like I said, you cannot describe a person red skin unless you're going to go around and call people black skin and white skin too. If you wouldn't do that, then it's offensive. Anyway.
I hope you're right. I'm gonna lean towards you. I get that it just, once again, it falls off in the background and people move.
It will. I got the Seven of Wands. It's defended so far, and then money is the only thing that has to change it.
Mm-hmm. I hope you're right. I hope for 19 Eskimos.
Because I didn't think they were going. Did a reading. They were not going to change the Mississippi state flag until somewhere way down the line, and it's happening now.
Yeah.
Pressure. Y'all keep the pressure on.
Kelly Ann and George Conway's daughter.
I was wondering, is that real? Because she put out a tweet saying, "Congratulations on your failed marriage," and put out another tweet saying, "You're just mad because you can't silence my voice anymore." Like, is this some sort of hoax account, or is their daughter like really anti-parent right now?
I saw her on the TikTok, and Kelly Ann was going. She's a little. Their daughter's this little cute little blonde hair, blue eye little girl, young, teenage, and Kelly Ann was going in like. Get off, Twitter and stop doing that. And you're just being a disgrace to the family. And she's just smooth recording it, like, keep talking. You're on the TikTok right now, right? Like, because so I'm like, I think it's true, but or at least according to that little TikTok. But let's see.
And that's a video, right?
It's video, yeah.
So she's treated. I guess. Well, case then it's okay. I don't really need to ask, is it real? If there's a video of her being stupid too.
Well, no. Let's read it because I was thinking, is it real? Not so much like the shenanigans are there, but is the intent behind it real? Like,
her disliking her mother and
disliking her mother, siding with her father, or is this all just?
I'll do a relationship reading with her and her parents.
Okay.
See what that looks like.
She's doing this for the gram, or is she really standing behind her? Is she finding her voice and using her voice? Much to her mother's dismay. Yes.
But you know what?
What?
This is actually, this is a good thing. This means that no matter how your parents are raised, you can still be an individual.
Yep.
You don't have to be a Trump supporter just because your parents are.
Or your mama is.
Mm-hmm. Right off the back. I think so.
She's emotional. I don't know if this is necessarily teenage emotion or if she's just there's the discord in her house is so bad between George and Kelly Ann that, like you were saying, she's taking her daddy's side and she's blaming her mom, and this is how she lashes out. Because I get sacral chakra card with emotions, and I also get emotional balance with the heart chakra card. So I don't get this is just teenage angst. There's more to this. I think she's hurt. She's using this as her choice. This is how she's expressing her. I never got throat chakra card. I'm actually getting solar plexus. This is how she's using her free will, is to speak out and to be compassionate. Because she did, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, part of her messaging too has been, we've got to get back to having compassion, getting back to being a nation who looks after each other and take care of each other. This is why she's anti-Trump. And I think she's seeing the lack of compassion maybe in her house between her parents, and that's why she's choosing this messaging and this stance.
I get first card off balance and the child with that page of pentacles and the two of pentacles. And then I get death in the family. So there is something huge changing, and it has something to do with emotions. Cups are emotion. And the hermit and regret with the 5 of cups. Not so much regret as in she regrets doing it, as in there's a bit of a sadness. Sadness is a strong word though, so just in your mind, dial it back a little. There is just an unhappiness to where what they really need is a sit down with a third party.
A therapist.
Because she has something unsaid inside her.
Yeah.
And this whole lash out thing, that's a cover up to something that's actually in here. And that's sort of her way of getting that attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to sit down because, again, I get the high priestess is what ends it. There's something unsaid, and it needs to be said.
Which is why she's so emotional.
Because this is going to continue, and you're still going to have emotional issues with your child until. Because I didn't get the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords means that this child has behavioral issues. I got the Page of Pentacles, which just represents her. So there's something unsaid has to do with the family.
Did you get King of Swords?
No.
Okay.
I got the Queen of Wands, which is the mother.
And I got King of Wands too. This is my outcome card. Is the King of Wands.
So she has they need some therapy.
Yeah. She's very displeased right now. Four Cups with everything that's going on. And Four Pentacles. Yeah. The Four Pentacles to the crown. I mean, look, Shay.
Does Kelly see it that way, or does she see her as just being a badass kid?
In the video, it came across as she just seeing her as a badass kid. And disrespectful. I think she actually said, I don't know why I'm saying disrespectful brats. That she may have almost either called her that or was on that level of like, stop being a disrespectful little brat towards your mother. Yeah. But let's see.
Listen to your child. But then again, I mean, you ain't going to be in my house going crazy like this, though. Because who will kick your ass 2 times is me. But you do need to listen to your child because y'all are all dysfunctional.
Yeah, there's whatever emotionally is going on with her, they need to pay attention to that before that manifests itself into some other ways. The Moon, the Pentacles, defending. It's a plan. It's so funny. Starts with the 2 of Wands and ends with the 3 of Wands.
I don't think Kelly ends where. I get the 9 of Cups. I think she thinks she's just having behavioral issues. I don't think she is realizing that there's something on the inside that needs to be nourished.
Because whatever it is, she thinks it's hidden.
Yeah. Lord. So it's going to continue.
She has a plan. There's a strategy, and she's got a plan to what she thinks to nip this behavior in the bud. The problem is it's disguised to her. It's hidden. It's in the background. It's lurking underneath. Kellyanne does not know the truth of what's really going on. So whatever she's trying to, that she thinks she's about to nip in the bud, is actually probably going to backfire on her because she's not getting to the root cause of the problem. So it's a Dr. Phil just spoke. Call your buddy Dr. Phil. He's a Republican. He can help y'all.
Lord.
I'm sure he'd love that airtime. Johnny, you want to end us with New York City schools?
So the mayor said they're opening. The governor said no. Well, the governor just says not so fast.
Is we is or is we ain't?
So New York City, are you going to open your schools?
I have been wondering how this is going to happen with schools in general. You can't. Across the country.
I think what I get from, I did a reading like this for Florida, and it shows initially there is an attempt to open and then it closes.
Yep.
And that's what I think is happening here. I get Siren. This is luring you to your doom. I get Medusa. This is luring you to your doom. I get the Black Cat. This is something misunderstood. And then I get the Sun. This is something that has been illuminated, so there should be no misunderstanding. And then I get the Good Luck. So this means, yes, you will open, but then I clarified it with the Raven, which means doom approaches. So I get that you will try to reopen, but it will shut down.
I think they're going to have to take it to the courts because for some reason I'm saying justice. They're going to step out though with the this full-hearted mission to try to open it, but it's Five of Wands. It's not gonna go well, and then the outcome is Temperance. They're gonna have to back away and rethink this.
As they should.
Oh well, we don't even have a plan to get restaurants and stuff without people getting sick. I damn sure don't think we need to go out higgledy-piggledy and put these children back in school without a plan.
Because what are you going to do when somebody gets their kid back home and they got coronavirus?
And then you spread it throughout the whole family, and then and keep in mind, we're not even in the second wave yet. We're still in the first wave, and we fucked this to hell back. So behold what happens in August, September. And
there are some professors that at some college say they're not. You can reopen all you want to. I'm not coming in. So there's that too.
Yeah, because I know a lot of HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities, are trying to have that discussion too. Because homecoming stuff like that brings a lot of money to those institutions. So they're trying to figure out, what do we do? What's our plan A, B, C, and D? So social distance, wear your masks, stop being an ass, so we can get through this. And let's not get through this so we can go back to normal, because normal obviously wasn't working.
Yes, exactly.
Normal wasn't working. Let's embrace this so we can move to new and embrace the new. All right, guys. Johnny, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had like 300 and something in the chat. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for all the super chats as well. You guys are your generosity just absolutely blows my mind. May it return to you immediately tenfold. So thank you guys so much. You got Johnny, whose channel are you guys on tomorrow?
Mine.
All right. So make sure you guys check out Johnny, Becca, and Jen Lynn on Johnny's channel tomorrow at 7 Central, right? 7 o'clock Central. Until then, guys, take care. Have a good night.